Well, hello, everyone. We're getting started at the top of the hour. We are so grateful to be here with you. So, hello, I am Jenn Acosta. I am coming in out here on the central coast of California, and I'm, again, so grateful to be here. I haven't hosted one of these calls in a while, so this is going to be fun. Whether you are new to us here or you're a longtime listener, we use this time to connect as a team and invite amazing people where we share ideas, we share our stories, and really just support each other in our lives and building an amazing business here with Modere. So real quick about me, I'm out here in California. I am a mama of 2 teenagers now, which is wild. And I am a coach. Actually, I'm a certified trained life coach of over 18 years. So for me, that was my jam. That is what I was doing, single mom. And, you know, at some point I came across John and Nadia, and I was building my coaching business, or I wanted to build my coaching business online. And I came across them, and they were doing a 14-day video challenge and for online entrepreneurs. And I'm like, okay, I'll get out of my comfort zone. Let me try this. And I did it, and it was incredible for my coaching business and never looked back. Then I started to see what these 2 amazing humans were doing. I got curious. Again, single mom. I was like, I love coaching, but I don't want to do this forever. So always open to other ways to make money, to have other incomes. Now, believe it or not, I had no idea what network marketing was. In fact, real quick, funny story. I went to a GoPro years ago in Vegas, having no clue what this industry was, but I went because I wanted to see Tony Robbins. And so I went, and it was amazing. I'm like, what is this thing? And then started talking to John, and I was like, I'm in. And so this is my first go. And here's your first nugget. Again, I was a coach online. Nobody ever asked me if I was open. Nobody. I don't know why, but I was open, and nobody asked me, maybe because I was, doing well as a coach. But again, I didn't have the time that I wanted, and I wasn't building something that was residual. So grateful to be here. I am here with Modere for so many reasons, for all of you, for the community, for the leadership, the training, the products. Really quick also, my mother she's 76 years old, and she always, for decades, had issues with her knees. She was, about 3 years ago or so, they were telling her she probably would need knee surgery. I got her on BioCell Life, and 8 days, my mother was on BioCell Life. She said for the first time, she woke up in the morning and put her feet on the ground and walked to the restroom for the first time in over a decade, where she didn't have any pain, where she didn't have to spend 10 minutes stretching to make sure her knees would hold her up. And she has been on it every day since. That was maybe 3.5 years ago, and no surgery, very little discomfort, no discomfort. So I firmly believe in these products. They've great. My hair is amazing. I'm going to be 48 this year, which is also wild, but I have the thickest hair I've ever had. I get compliments all the time, and I really do feel the best I have felt in a really long time. So I am grateful for so many reasons to be here, and grateful to host this call today. So we have two amazing ladies that are also going to share. We did have three. Something came up with Kelly, so sending her love. But a few quick things before we get into and have Valerie come talk with us is we are on the verge. We are looking just a few weeks away from SRC, Social Retail Conference. I'm lucky because I live just a couple hours away, so I'll be driving down that way, and I cannot wait to see you all. There's going to be so many product announcements. We're going to hear about enhancements to technology. We get to connect with each other. Going to see Asma. It's going to be an incredible time. So if you can get there, we want you to get there. We want to hug. We want to dance together. We want to connect, strategize. It's a great time to all be together. And Long Beach, California is incredible. So you got to come out west, okay? Another quick thing, January 30th, we have Live with Asma, our incredible CEO, and she's going to be talking about some more updates, new products, and some things. So make sure you talk to your upline or your elites and get the info on that, and that will be in our One Voice group. Other than that, I think I covered it all, and enough about me. I want to hear from these ladies because they have so much to share. I hope you're taking some notes. You're going to hear some great story and also some strategies. So I would love to welcome Valerie. Now, a little bit about Valerie. She is a mom of 4, including twins. Oh, bless your heart, honey. You're amazing. A retired speech-language pathologist of 13 years who worked multiple jobs, long hours to make ends meet each week. She left her full-time job to stay home with her twins and newborn baby, to pursue her passion of helping people with their health and wellness and be her own boss. Yes, girl. Building her business. She loves the products, the winning culture, and the systems. Valerie decided to leave her last network marketing company after 6.5 years. So, Valerie, how are you, my friend?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, of course. We're so grateful for you here. You're incredible. Wow. I have 2, and I'm about done. So never mind twins and 4. Bless you.
Yes. Yes. It's quite busy at my household.
I'm sure. So I would love to hear from you, maybe if you wanted to expand on your story and also go into any things that might have helped you build your business and some tips or suggestions for us listening here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy to be here. I'm excited, but it's crazy. Never my wildest dreams did I think that I would be leaving the company that I was with for over 6.5 years. My goodness. You know, looking back when I first started, even in my professional days, looking back, I would come home stressed out. I'd be overworked. I was underappreciated. I hated that I was just living for the weekend. And I remember those days vividly when I would just cry. I would come home. I had no energy, nothing left to give because I was so overworked. And this was before I had kids. And so, you know, I never intended to go part-time, let alone retire, a.k.a. fire my boss, with a profession that I worked so hard to get. This is 6 years of college and 6 years of student loans. But, you know, God had bigger and better plans for me, and things changed when my husband and I started our family. And sure, we did not expect to, our first go-around, be blessed with twins, but we were certainly surprised and blessed with twins. And if you have a parent, if you are a parent, you get it. Your head and your heart changes when you have your own babies. And for me, I wanted to be home with them because I didn't want to miss a milestone, a moment, or a memory. I mean, I had 2 babies to take care of, and they were preemies. So we learned how to quarantine 10 years ago before anyone knew what quarantine was because their immune systems weren't developed yet. So we had to stay home, and I was, you know, I felt alone. And I was still, you know, going to my job part-time at that point. But, you know, I was just really feeling it on my heart. Like I knew when I was finally saying it out loud, it was then that I was ready for things to change. And that's when I went part-time, which was great for a while, but then I was just ready. And I thought ultimately, like, I just wanted to be home with them, and even not work, because I was leaving in the afternoons and the evenings, I was missing birthdays, special occasions. And so it was on my heart, like, okay, I want something more, like, I love being a mom and being there for them. But I want to be able to have my own passion and my own purpose. So I started network marketing with my former health and wellness company 6 years, 9 months ago to the day, with 3-year-old twins and a newborn baby.
Wow.
I mean, it was crazy to me, like, newborn baby. And it was like in pockets of time when I was, my goodness, I still to this day, I'm like, I don't even know. I was still working part-time. But because of that ever-present vision to be home with them, to pay off my debt, to make an impact with an income, and I did that. I started to establish that pretty quickly because I had the vision before I was even successful. So, and I have to be honest, I came in being skeptical. Almost 7 years ago, I made that leap, not because I didn't love what I did in my career, but with that growing family, my babies, I had no outside help whatsoever. I just loved the time with my family even more. And so it was not an easy decision by any means to leave the company that I was partnered with. I mean, I bled for that company. I would have done anything, for well over 6.5 years. And I still, like I said, can't believe it. Because I thought that was where I'd be leaving a legacy, and my kids would all be a part of it. But, I was feeling a shift, a pull on my heart and my head about a year ago. And as of recently, where that company was going, with decisions they were making and ultimately their vision and mission, it wasn't aligning with my current vision and mission long term. And, my mission, my passion, my purpose has not changed. I'm a huge advocate of wellness, helping women, men, moms, dads, parents, while being on my own journey and helping women with gut health, hormone health, and truly learning how to make it a lifestyle. Gut health truly has changed my life from the inside out, and to learn about a company that is really driven on helping others with their health as well, with a focus on gut health, was really a huge pull for me. So, and also helping women and men who are goal-driven, ambitious, who are seeking more purpose, more freedom, flexibility, without sacrificing all this time with their families in their own work. So I closed the door on that chapter. I bawled my eyes out, knowing life would never be the same. But then once I released that energy, I quickly evolved, and it evolved into excitement and an open door for an opportunity and for much more. And so I made the bold move and a decision that was best for me and my family. And, I found Modere. And, I didn't believe, nor did I realize the innovative state of the art products that I got my hands onto. But the results and testimonials, just like yours that you were just sharing, I mean, I was like, holy moly, were absolutely incredible. And I have to say, I was like in my own bubble with the company that I was in. So when I first saw spoon pictures and, this liquid collagen, I'm like, what is this that they're sharing? I had no idea really what it was, nor did I take the time to really invest in looking into it until I had that pull on my heart, and it was time. And so, I was just, I'm not just passionate about health and wellness, but also helping families make extra income. And so that really was always my driving force. And at my last company, I achieved many accolades. I was able to, cross the stage and be a huge leader on my previous company. However, I'm not seeing the same success with my team. And that, to me, felt so empty. And I wanted success for all of my teammates and to see them cross the stage. And so for me, speaking with, the leadership here, it just blew my mind, the culture. And so with that, the winning culture, I not only love the components of having a dual-sided comp plan here, but also like having the opportunity just to share products, people who are just wanting to share products that they're passionate about, and they have the ability to help people earn sometimes what is equivalent to those that have a full-time income as product promoters. And so, so many ways to win because of this. And then having that ability to teach others how to recruit to build, but also just that are passionate to share the products they love is really everything. And so, there's so many things that have impressed me here. The thing that blew me away, and already what I had mentioned so far, 62 days in, is the culture and the leadership. And, I have been introduced to world-class leaders who have gone out of their way to help me get off to a strong start. Teaching, they're mentoring me. They answer all of my questions. Shout out to John and Michelle. I love you guys.
Yes.
What I have learned from the industry for almost 7 years now is that, everything rises and falls on leadership. And that is not something, to me, this is not short term for me. This is where I'm going to be, my forever home, and that lasts. And this culture is winning. And they're always rising up, whether it's the products, the business, or both. So I'm so excited to be a part of this. It's just incredible, everything that I've witnessed so far just in the short amount of time I've been here. And, it's coming full circle that, helping others. And I will say, don't be afraid. Don't let the fear of the unknown keep you from experiencing a life greater than you have ever known, because everything that you want is on the other side of fear. And I was so afraid to let, I was thinking that I was going to let everyone down for my old company, right? Telling them that I was leaving. And then joining forces with another company that also promotes, wellness and health. And the thing is that, you can't live for others. And coming full circle, this is the reminder that helping others through clean living and through wellness, it's been my calling and purpose all along. And goodness, gosh, I can't believe, what is happening through making a greater impact than I've ever imagined so far here at this company with Modare. And, if I can inspire men and women to step out of their comfort zones and live their healthiest life, grow their minds, then I am making an impact. And to me, that is the imprint and the legacy that I want to leave on this world. So, my advice to you, if you've been sitting back and if you're on the sidelines, you've been watching, you've been wondering, is this really for me? There's so much room for you here. And one thing different from me versus maybe you is I am dang consistent. And that is what I have always said. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to draw the line on the sand and I'm going to do it. I'm going to put all of my eggs in the basket and I'm going to go. And, I have failed so much, failed forward. Even starting here, I didn't know the product at all, but gosh, I was so pleasantly surprised. And I'm just dang excited. And I've never been more focused. And 2024 coming for you. And, as my mentors say, let's grow.
Oh, my gosh. I absolutely love that. I'm sitting here, nodding and nodding. I love it. Thank you for that. And I want to acknowledge you because I talk to people all the time that are sort of on the edge of making a decision, a big decisions in their life, similar to what you shared with us. And I get the gravity of what that must have been like for you. And I acknowledge you for following your gut and taking the plunge. And, I just posted on my Facebook just the other day something like what you don't do matters just as much as what you do. And so many people are stuck in indecision. So you inspired me today, and hopefully people that are listening, that sometimes you got to just take the leap and listen to that nudge, right? And it sounds like you made the right choice for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing that. And did you have, maybe if you were to give, I heard that you said consistency. I so agree. If you were to give maybe one or two tips to the newbie, or even somebody who needs a little, wants to relaunch and has maybe had a rough couple months or last 2023, what could you share that might give us that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can organize, you can make plans all you want, but wow, the magic is in the action. So you can't just sit on your hands and say, okay, well, I need to have a system for, tracking my prospects. You guys, the top leaders use a pen and paper to track all their yeses. So you don't have to have a fancy system, but what you need to do is start taking action, and you need to focus on the activities that's going to move the needle forward in your business each and every day. So if that's the top 3 things, you should be creating those conversations. This is a relationship business. Get out there, make some friends, have fun doing it, right? Lock arms with the leader. Get yourself in the room with the amazing leaders in this company. And I will tell you, your energy is going to change, your mindset's going to change, and you're going to be set on fire. I just went to Fort Lauderdale. Gosh, that was last weekend. I can't even believe it. And we just... our team is blazing from that event. So do yourself a favor and book that flight. Stop thinking about it and just do it already. You're going to not only be inspired, but you're going to have the time of your life. You're going to be making amazing memories. And who doesn't love California? So,
right. Yes, exactly. Yes, I love that. And so take the plunge, get consistent, and I agree with you. So this business is so much about who you know and relationships and making new ones, making new connections. The people that I work with that are on my team that I've partnered with, I didn't know any of them before this business. So it's so just creating those connections. Yeah. Yes. Excellent. Well, Valerie, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, we look forward to much more on you. And again, you're kind of a newbie, so welcome and keep kicking butt. You're right. Yeah. 2024. This is it. This is it.
We're
totally.
Go.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Valerie. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you. All right. So the next amazing woman we have for you today is Erin. So a little bit about Erin. Erin is a full-time stay-at-home mompreneur with a 7-figure business. After working 25 years in the fashion industry, she hung up her 5-inch heels to become a full-time mom, but that soon changed. Her desire and need to bring income into her family while not missing a beat as a mom was found in the never say never network marketing industry. Erin is collagen obsessed. Yes, girl, me too. Now mom of teens who is sharing the gospel of becoming an entrepreneur, taking back control of your aging, and sharing all things real to become successful. Oh my gosh, I love that. I adore you. Welcome, Erin.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I adore you. I'm super pumped to be with you guys today.
Yay. All right.
Yay.
Well, girl, I mean, I loved reading your intro. Some of that stuff I knew about you, some I didn't. So please, you take the stage if you want to tell us a little more about you and your journey here with Modere, and then maybe some tips, tricks that you have for us.
Absolutely. Well, I am calling in to you guys today from, I would say sunny, but it's not sunny. I'm calling in to you guys from Houston, Texas. So I have 2 teenage girls, and I think Jenn and I, that's a story within itself that we could do another call on a Saturday. Yes, and then some. I'm sure many of you can relate. I came into this industry almost about 10 years ago now, and my biggest thing that I want to share with everybody is not to judge who you think wants to be in this industry. I was in the fashion industry for 25 years, and I started out as a model, and then once I had to go into the working world, I started working on the other side of the camera, and I was an agent at a modeling agency for 15 years between Chicago, New York, and LA, and living my best life until I met my husband, and life got that much better. And I was ready to hang up my heels and be a mom and do all things. And, you know, I think a lot of moms can relate to a lot of things. Like, one, your household might need that extra income, especially these days. And I think even more, just as importantly, as a mom, you're raising these amazing little crazy human beings, and I found myself wanting something more, and that's where I was. And I did it all. I tried the Etsy business. I tried, you know, you name it. I think I tried it, and I was the never say never girl that I really was uneducated about this industry. I didn't know anything other than I think what, you know, the outsiders see of us. And that was me. Yeah. And I did not know. But I said I would never do it because I was naive and I didn't know. I didn't know. Don't know what you don't know. So the opportunity presented it to myself many times, and it just wasn't the right timing. And I saw many friends over the years have success, and it looked like they were having fun. And, you know, finally one day I said, why not? And here I am. And from day one, I went all in. I said, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it for the right reasons. And that's what I do now, is I try and keep everyone focused of why they're doing this and what the future could look like. And I think that's kind of like a hope dealer in terms of, you know, giving moms hope of those little ones that keep you busy and you're living in sweatpants every day, you know, to the what could life look like, you know, when they are teenagers like mine now. So, you know, super honored and just blessed to be able to call myself a mompreneur. And I think it's our job to educate others on what our industry does and what our industry offers. And, you know, I've got 2 girls who watch what I do and like, how do we call this work? So, you know, that's kind of that's who I am now. You know, I'm definitely collagen obsessed. And what I want to share with you guys today is a couple things. Like, one, kind of some of the secrets to how I've gotten to where I am now. You know, my take on what it takes to be successful, and then, you know, whatever else you guys want to talk about. But, you know, I think the word obsessed is kind of, I want to say, necessary right now. You know, I definitely am collagen obsessed. And I think anyone who knows me, it's necessary because you want people to be attracted to that. Like, I am collagen obsessed, and I'll tell you why, because my background in my industry, I didn't mind spending, don't tell my husband, well, he knows now, but I didn't mind spending a good couple $100 on an eye cream. I mean, right? So, I mean, right. I really didn't, because that's what we do. And once I was introduced to the collagen, I didn't need it anymore. So, you know, what people, you know, one of the biggest hurdles maybe a lot of you get is price. And guess what? If you're obsessed with the collagen because I don't have to spend that amount of money on those products anymore, then people can feel that, and people just say, okay, I need it. Okay, I want it. You know, I always say, you couldn't pay me to stop taking collagen because of what it's done for the inside and the outside of not only my body, but countless of hundreds others that I could share with you. And I'm obsessed. And that's the kind of contagiousness that we all have to attract others. You know, could I tell you all about the collagen? Absolutely. But some people don't care about that. You know, I mean, so it's that. And I also am obsessed with helping others financially and for their future. And when you kind of have, and you don't have to have all of the answers. I don't have all of the answers. But I do know that my passion is there and nobody could talk me out of it. And I think that that's really necessary in what we're doing. And if you don't have that contagiousness passion, that's not a word, okay, so we'll just pretend it's one today. If you don't have that, like, that's what these calls are for. That is what SRC is for. That's what, like, calling any one of us is to gain that passion because it's contagious to others. So that's kind of like the start of what helped me to where I am now, and that I continuously share to others will hopefully give you a little bit of insight.
Yeah, gosh, absolutely. I mean, you're firing me up. I know that. And what I want to say is, you know, if it's not like Erin and I, you're collagen obsessed, try some of the other products if that's not it. It is for us, but I have customers that have finally lost that, you know, last 10 pounds that they could not get rid of for a long time because of the trim and the burn pills. That's a huge one. You know, for me, that also regulated my blood sugar. So find something. I've got some people that, you know, a half a packet of Go a day has made all the difference in their brain and their focus, and their family feels their presence. I mean, so we just have so many products, and I think what Erin and I are saying is find that one that you can speak to that is really making a difference for you, right?
Yeah, and I think that, you know, we are so lucky and blessed to have such a wide range of products. I think the key is finding what gets you and then letting that be your hero product. You know, I mean, my whole family is Modere obsessed with the Go, the collagen, the probiotics for my children. I mean, gut health is real, y'all. You know, it's something that allows us to introduce our product line to someone, and then the door is open. And once the door is open, you know, they may not want to be or are collagen obsessed yet, but at least it allowed me to open the door to them to say, like, I'm drinking my Go right now. I mean, it is my mom fog drink. I mean, I don't have that mom fog anymore. So, you know, I carried around, what do people say? Like, what are you drinking? I'm like, oh, I'm drinking my mom fog drink. You know, what's that? Yep. We are problem solvers. And I think that's the key of how we're not only having fun to be successful at this business, is we're problem solvers. You know, whether it be weight loss. I mean, I've lost 20 pounds thanks to our trim and our burn. You know, the lean body system is an answer to so many people, but they're not going to knock on our door. We have to shout it from the rooftops. And I think that's where that passion and that obsession with boundaries comes from, is to be able to shout it from the rooftops what you are excited about. And I can be excited about collagen. I can be excited about lean body system once I find out who my audience is and who I'm talking to. And then I can cater to their needs, because at the end of the day, it's not about me, you know, right? Yep. I mean, like, I can tell you guys that I'm collagen obsessed because we're all like best friends now, but this business is not about me, right? Like, it's about, like, how can I solve someone else's problem? And the number one thing that I have learned to do that is to listen. You know, I mean, these calls are like my heart and soul because we get to hear from other leaders and other inspirations. And like, I'm dying to be able to hear Jenn and Valerie's story. Why? Because I'm going to get to go share that tomorrow, next week, sometime, because you get to hear stories and like put them in your toolbox to share with somebody. But the key to this is like listening to whom you're around to be able to solve their problems. And when I was thinking about getting into Modere, my bestest friend and mentor and upline, I don't call her that, but, she is, all of that stuff. This is what she said to me. She said, and this is such good nuggets for you guys to take away for somebody who's interested in this business. She said to me, I dare you for the next 5 days to go listen to all of the conversations that are taking place around you. Don't get involved. You don't have to ask questions, but just listen to the conversations that are taking place around you and see if it's something that you could be a problem solver or help them. So, guys, it wasn't 5 days. It was like 2 days later, I called her and I said, oh my gosh, my girlfriend was talking about she wanted to lose weight. Oh my gosh, I was at the gym and this random person next to me said their back and their joints were killing them. Oh my gosh, I was at the hair salon and this woman was talking about how her hair is thinning and what could she take. Oh my gosh, I overheard somebody at school talking about how, they just couldn't get rid of that extra weight now that they're aging. I mean, that's when we have been given a gift and it's up to us to keep sharing. So it didn't take me 5 days. It took me like 48 hours and I was like, I'm in. I can do this. Like, I want to be that person that can help others. So hopefully that helps you. But, like, for the person that's thinking about the industry, listen, but give them the tools to say, like, you can do this. And, we're a business for some-timers, part-timers, and full-timers. Like, there isn't, a single person who couldn't thrive in this business, but it's up to us to tell them.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is so true. And I absolutely love that. That what a great thing to do is just to tell yourself or, challenge yourself to listen to people and conversations, because I think a lot of us just go through our day not really paying much attention, right? So if you're listening there are a lot of people suffering right now, like a lot of people needing solutions, whether, like you said, it's in creating another income or, having more money for their family or a health challenge they're going through, because when you don't have your health, life gets really hard, right? So it's, there are people that need us, and I think so many of us get in our own head about things when if we make it about them, like you said, Erin, it's like, wait, hold on, like this has actually really made a difference for me, and really sharing that. So I love that. What a great tip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you kind of, for that newbie or somebody who's maybe wanting to relaunch or really make 2024 the year that they kind of, really do break out and make a difference and get on that stage and whatnot? Was there anything else you wanted to share?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Guys, here's what I want to share with you guys. And you can love me or hate me, all in between, but let's go with love me. Here's what I say is that you have to go all in and you have to focus. And, there is so much going on around us in this world, in our businesses, in everything. And I think I shared it with Jenn and I know John recently that, I know that, first of all, two things. You can't expect to chase a squirrel if you're chasing a bunch of them. So you can't be chasing squirrels and catch any of them. So I, from day one, have kept my focus on my Modere business, period. and you cannot shake me. I will not do anything else. Why? Because it'll dilute what I am building for my family and for our future. And so what I want to, and I'll pass it back to you guys, but like what I am so passionate about right now and hopefully can pass on to you guys is focus on your Modere business, whether that be 1 hour a day, 30 minutes a day, for whatever it is. Like, again, we are a home to meet you where you are. And at the same time, go all in. Be at SRC. Leaders are born at events. We want to hug you, love you, pour into you, and we want to get you to this business of whatever you want. And at the same time, I've never strayed my course. So, you know, I mean, it is what we make of it, and it's fun. You know, I mean, and when you do that, I mean, I have found such joy in my life and in my marriage and in my motherhood and the new friendships that I have all over the world because of this. There isn't anything that could get me off of my course. So, you know, what I'm hoping to leave you guys with today is whatever you're doing, you have a golden egg opportunity, and it will become what you want of it if you focus on it. And, you know, anyone who has, you know, seen a squirrel and looked sideways, like, it's time to come back and focus on what we have, because 2024 is going to be the biggest year we've had yet. Like, we have scratched the surface in years past, and I'm so blessed for what that has done for my family and for our teams and for this business. But it is nothing compared to what is coming. And oh my gosh, every single one of us deserves it, and you've got to have 2 feet in. Like, you guys have maybe heard the story about, like, where are you at in the swimming pool? Like, get in the deep end. Like, there are others in the deep end. Like, get out of the shallow end where you're still waiting and your feet can touch the ground. Get in the deep end. Like, that's where the fun happens. And there's so many leaders that want to pour into you and help you thrive in the deep end, but you got to get in the deep end, because that's where, like, the magic happens. And you can't make magic happen unless you're both feet in. So that's kind of my passion right now going into 2024 is, like, link arms with those that want to link arms with you and go big or go home, for sure.
Amen. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good, and I totally agree. It's you know, it's lukewarm, takes a long time to boil if it ever gets there, right? So turn it up, and now's the time, and I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Erin, for that and for your contribution. And are you going to be in Long Beach?
Heck yeah, girl. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yay. Okay. Yes. We'll have a big hug.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Amazing.
It's been so awesome, and you guys are just amazing and rock stars, and I can't wait to see everybody in California.
Yay! All right. That's amazing. Okay, and I'm going to let you go, but I do, everyone, want to say we are on just a few days away of what I'm calling a collagen mega sale. So it really is for new customers. For the qualifying packs, it's $25 off, plus the free shipping, plus $15 off. That's like a $50 savings for your new customer. And now with this rewards program, they're going to be saving $35 every single month off of their collagen, okay? So these are the things that we need to be talking about right now, educating people on, letting them know. I loved what Erin shared. Again, I am going to be 48 in April, and the Inside Out skincare is what I use. That's where my money goes. I use it morning and evening, and I think my skin looks great. I get compliments all the time. I don't have to buy the fancy other creams and things. That's what I use. So they might think it's, costs a lot of money. Let me tell you, I have friends that have 15, creams that they use. This is all I use. So this is the stuff that we need to start talking about with people. The sale starts on the 29th. It goes through February 1st. And you know what? It's a new year. So it's the time to look our best, feel our best, do our best, and have our friends and people we want to work with join us. So thank you for being on the call, everyone. If you do see me in Long Beach, please give me a giant hug. I love hugs, and I work home alone, so I love touching people. So it's so good to be with you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next time. Take care.